Annyeonghaseyo Chinggidil, this time I'm going to share to you 5 incredibly romantic moments in episode 3 and 4 of The Forbidden Marriage that had us blushing. The Forbidden Marriage is quickly shaping up to be one of the best dramas airing, full of heart and romance with brilliant performances by the main trio of actors. The show seems to know what path it wants to take and is galloping there at full speed. So without further ado, here are the most swoon-worthy moments from this week's episodes. The first and the second kiss. Sorang hasn't been at the palace long, but she made her presence felt in every corner in Yehon's life. So it's no wonder that he's starting to get confused and mistakes her for the dead crown prince An Jaehyun one night and kisses her in his sleep. But the thing is that Yehon was fast asleep when this was happening. Sorang on the other hand was wide awake and did nothing. She didn't have to let it happen, but she did. Unlike other female leads pose an accidental kiss, we don't see Sorang thinking about it or obsessing over it. She doesn't avoid Yehon and runs with him to go hunting. It almost seems like she doesn't care, or she understands that Yehon mistook her for Jaehyun. Sorang is pretty bubbly by nature, so she also uses it as a shield when things get serious, so her heart doesn't get too involved. Yet there are moments when that cheerfulness drops away and we see the real Sorang underneath, mature with a loyalty and yearning that ran deep. And that's exactly what happens during the second kiss. The truth came out when she was half conscious, and in true Sorang fashion, she was direct about it. She knew that she mistook her, but just this once, she wanted the person she kissed to be her, not some figment of her imagination. So she literally pulls him down to kiss him. Next is the drinking game. Kim Young-dae and Park Jo-yoon both sell the heck of this romance. The way they watch each other and convey so much even in the blink of an eye is just swoon-worthy. They're great in the bubbly moments, but it's the quiet ones like this when they shine as a couple. Poor Shin-woon really has no chance. The third is the novels. This moment is less about swooning than it is about the men swooning because Sorang is on the mission to get the king feeling excited again. Shin-woon isn't so sure that this is a good idea, especially when she brings a whole stack of novels of a certain content.
어찌 그런 불경스러운 책을 저녁에 가져다 드릴 생각을 했습니까?
도사님, 작품집이라니까요.
And he tries to take the moral path of such things are vulgar. Yehon has been very resistant to past efforts in this regard. So when Sorang shows up with the novel, he gets furious that he's behaving just like everyone else. But after calming down and given too much of a stimulant in his tea, he along with an aghast Shin-woon takes a peek at the novels. Needless to say, both men have very hard night because of our intrepid maid, while she sleeps very well. It's just hilarious to see. Next is Yehon's warning. And she wants too. By the next day, both men are worked up in different states. Shin-woon wonders if Sorang really doesn't see him as a man to dump all these books on him. He knows that the only reason she is willing to be his friendly with him is because they are nothing but than friends and because he isn't asking for anything else from her. He always wanted more, but seeing her grow closer and closer to Yehon is making him rethink his strategy and want to be more forceful. So when she enlists his help in learning how to use a sword because a girl must protect herself, Shin-woon can only take her playful jokes about him reading the books for so long. He pulls her into warn that if she keeps messing around, she won't leave her alone. And of course, this is when Yehon happens to walk by. Realizing that Shin-woon feels something for Sorang, he both jealous and torn on what to do. So when Sorang arrives on time for night duty and gleefully laughs at the stack of the interesting novels he has on his bedside table, Yehon tries to hold himself back. He actually does it for sometimes as Sorang grabs the books and runs around the room with them. But there's something more in Sorang's eyes that night. And when she raises an eyebrow to ask if he's feeling something when there's a woman only a few feet away from him, Yehon loses it and pulls her close. And last but not least is Yehon, Shin-woon, and their butterfly scene. Hearing that the palace is literally planning for a hot night for Yehon and Sorang, Shin-woon is asked to see whether Yehon is interested enough in Sorang for it to work. Shinwon tells Yehun that people have noticed that he has grown warmer and happier. Yehun admits it but says that he's still trying to pinpoint the cause, whether it's Sorang herself or because she can communicate with Jaehyun. When he inquires as how to Shinwon is doing, the latter says that he's raising a butterfly. He's unsure of where it will land and where it is going, but just watching it gives him joy. She tells Yehun that if he's uncertain, he should just leave it be, because any woman the king loves is immediately in danger. Yehun says that he doesn't know whether his wavering about his feeling aren't clear or because he's stopping himself from following his heart. But once he finds out, he will wait for Shinwon to release that butterfly of his, so that he, Yehun, can become the wind that moves her. It is so romantic, right? Shinwon is shaken by this but seems to stay out of the hot night preparations right up until the last second. As Sorang is dressed up and sent out to Yehun, still a little confused about what's going on, and as Yehun gapes at seeing her all prettily dressed up, Shinwon strides in and pulls her out of the king's room and drags her away. And that's where it ends. Are you all excited what will happen in the next episodes? Always tuned in every Fridays and Saturdays at 9:50 p.m. KST. So that's our latest news for today, Chingadul. If you like this kind of videos and always be updated on all our K-pop and K-drama news, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Once again, this is Gong Shinjae and this is Balitang K-pop.